All right, ladies, let's get this party started. We're going to talk all about Elite today. This call is not to scare you, but really to open up and see that it is possible. We have so much time left in the year. And honestly, this is the topic that is brought up right after Summit. And that at that point, we only have 4 months to make it happen. Right now, we have a lot more than that. We have about 5.5 months. So with that being said, any single one of you ladies that go for it could absolutely make it happen if you just focus on the right activities. So first and foremost, I want to ask a question. So I want you guys to get involved with me here because I don't want to just feel like I'm talking to the wall. But with that being said, what is the difference between Elite and Premier? Whoever wants to tell me. Yes. Whoever wants to talk, go.
5-star versus 2-star.
Okay, perfect. Ashley, you want to add on that?
I was just going to say that there's caps that are counted for your Elite points, whereas Premier, there isn't caps.
Yeah, absolutely. You were absolutely correct. But one thing I just noticed, ladies, let me make sure I have the right Zoom link on one of these. So hold on one second because I just see attendees are waiting. So hold on one second, okay? Talk amongst yourself, please. Go.
So who's in here pushing for Elite this year? Are you pushing? Is everybody pushing for it?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the hardest, the points or the diamonds?
For me, it's the points.
Yeah.
Especially after coming out of May. May was like a really hard month for my team and for our upline. A lot of people miss Success Club. So I think it's getting people hitting Success Club because you can only do so much to help them. They have to put in the work for that too.
I love it. Great question, Ashley. Okay, so we'll get right back on topic with it, but I love the fact that you asked it. Well, say again, because I didn't see the video, but who said that they were going for Elite? Raise a hands. Awesome. So even if you aren't going for, or if you feel like it's too far out there, I would still very much strongly say go for Premier because that's your first step. But more importantly, if you are even on the verge of breaking past 2-star diamond and above, Elite is not far behind it. Like I said, most of my coaches go for this after a Summit, so that will be the 1st of August, so you have 4 months to make it happen, and if you focus on the right activities, you absolutely can get there. So with that being said, who of you have the Elite Goal Guide that I also attached within our group? Okay, perfect. And this is something that you literally should print out. You should be tallying up every single month, knowing exactly where your points are. Who in this group does that so far? Okay, cool. Ashley, I'm going to hold you accountable on that one. The only reason
I look at my report, but I don't do the sheet. I'll do the sheet.
So, and I'll tell you why you should do the sheet. So first and foremost, you'll know exactly where you're trending for the month, but this is a beautiful example of, say, for example, you had 4 coaches hit Success Club that count towards Elite. So 2015, 2016 coaches, but yet one of them was not on HD. You would not notice it unless you had your sheet and you compared it to the actual report that you do get. Does that make sense? So ever since I've been teaching my coaches to really use this sheet, they've started to notice, oh my gosh, where the gaps are within their business. But the beautiful part is too, is you can see exactly where you're trending. And so in the month of December, you get the Elite report every single Friday, but that's only typically for about 3 weeks. And then for 2 weeks, it goes completely blank. And that way you can keep on track on where you're at. I've had coaches last year that literally were 3 points away and were able to count it out and to know that they hit it. So I just want to challenge you to do so you can also keep it to your team. Okay? So with that being said, whoever has Elite Goal Guide, will somebody please read the first bullet on there? Whoever has it right in front of them. Anybody?
The categories?
Yes. If you'll read the first one. Yep. The first bullet point in that.
Success Club. Your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. That?
No. The
top. The top. Okay.
You got it. No, you're good. You're good.
Be a 5-star diamond coach or above by December 29th?
Correct. 2016. Yep. So it says the bonus week ending December 28th. Okay. So just make sure you know that exact date. Who wants to read bullet point number 2?
Advance a minimum of 2 personally sponsored coaches to a lifetime rank of diamond or higher during 2016, and each must hold the paid rank of diamond or higher on December 29th, 2016. In other words, the bonus week ending December 28th.
Okay. So does that make sense? And the reason why I asked is I had an elite coach actually reach out to me just a couple of days ago about this, and she didn't even she needed more clarification. So with that being said, basically what it means, even if you get 2 diamonds right now, yes, those 2 diamonds will count towards your elite qualifications, but they must hold it, meaning those 2 could drop and say they maybe not get back to diamond, which would be unfortunate. But if you had 2 more diamonds pop and they hold it through that bonus week, ending on December 28th, then that would meet that requirement. Does that make sense? Okay. You have to have 2 no matter what. And then who wants to read the 3rd point? And actually, Ashley, will you just say it because you know what this is. How many points do we need?
Me, 135.
Okay. And I know you don't have it right there in front of you, but that's exactly what it is. You need 135 points. So you will be an elite coach in 2016 if you meet all 3 of those requirements. Real quick before we move forward, who has a question on that?
I do on the second one. So they have to be 2 diamonds that have become diamond in 2016?
Correct. Yep. Okay. 2 brand new diamonds. And so this could be coaches that signed in 2012, but yet never progressed to diamond or higher, but they did in 2016. So it's not new personally sponsored coaches in the year 2016. It's going to be that they hit it for the first time in 2016. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So I have a question. So if they hit diamond, let's say in August, and they fall from diamond, they just have to be back to diamond, or you have to have a new diamond in December.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, perfect. Is that clear? Clear as mud? Just joking. Clear. Okay. Perfect. I hate to move forward if there's any questions, and I promise you in this, there's no stupid questions. Like I said, I had a previous elite coach reach out and ask me exactly about that. I'm like, wait a second, you should know that requirement because you hit that. But it's incredible because we can, if you literally focus on the correct activities, you're going to get there. But just make sure you know the qualifications so there's not one that you miss just by a tiny little bit, and then it makes you not become an elite coach. Okay, so category 1.
I have one more question. Can your second CBC count as one of those diamonds?
Absolutely. And it can be your spouse account, but reminder, I'm sure you have heard that what was going kind of viral on the wall. If you sign your spouse as a coach, they must be involved in the business. Is that clear? Okay. And I say that because coaches have been saying, hey, oh my gosh, my husband's a 5-star diamond elite coach and he did nothing, right? And Jonathan Gelfand, which is our attorney, said something perfectly. He's like, that would be just like signing your dog. Is it right? Yeah, I agree. So just make sure if your husband is involved that he is working the business. Elizabeth, you and your husband are so good at that. So I love that. But just make sure that they are truly involved and part of the team call. If it's something for his business, he needs to call in, but he needs to be completely there because it's his social and he's getting a paycheck. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's my little tidbit on that one. So let's go to category 1. Yeah.
Oh, I just had a quick question. Do they have to be as active as us? Can I do the primary role and he assist in some stuff, but he's still involved?
You need to get him involved as much as possible. So where there's a lot of basically either he is a discount coach, meaning he gets a discount on his Shakeology, or he is completely involved in the business and moving it forward with you. So, okay. Perfect. Cool. So let's go down to category 1 because there's 3 categories. We all know that, right? So category 1 is SC. This is an awesome category because it is what you are doing right now in this year, and also it will be the next year. So with that being said, in this category, you earn 1 elite point each time one of your 2015, 2016 coaches hit Success Club. Does that make sense? So 2015, 2016. 2014, unfortunately, does not, but they still count for a 3rd category. Hold on one second. Just 1 second. Keep talking. All right, I knew that interruption was coming, but now it's done. Okay, perfect. So with that, like I said, it's 2015, 2016 coaches. Is that extremely clear? And the reason I say that is you need to make a list. Who are your 2015, who are your 2016 coaches? And literally on this category, it is yes or no. So either yes, they're going to hit Success Club, and yes, they are. If it's a maybe, and if it's somebody that they say, you know what, I'm going to do it, but it never happens, they have to go to the no category, okay? No maybes. And it's that opportunity to have very honest conversations with your coaches. Because most of the time in this category, people will say it because they don't want to disappoint you ladies, But what happens is every single time that they don't show up and they don't hit SC, guess what happens? They disappoint you. So have a conversation and make sure that their goals align with what their actions are. Okay, and it's an awesome thing if they say, yeah, I totally want this. Then you help your coaches to get their product paid for, to help people. If they say, you know what, I just really have not wanted to disappoint you, that's when you say, you know what, I appreciate your honesty. From here forward, if we can get your products paid for, awesome, but you kind of have to see where they're at, right? Push them forward towards their goals. Anytime that you're pushing them forward towards your goals, it gets icky. And I know we have all felt that, and that's why sometimes the elite program, people are like, I just don't want to push people towards goals that are mine. But I promise you, when they align, you will all progress together. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this, as far as SC goes, like I said, 2015, 2016 coaches. But the beautiful thing is whatever you do right now sets you up for success next year. So the coaches you're signing right now, and you get them to become success starters, you get them to get their products paid for by helping 3 people, and they continue to work the business. Not only do they count for you this year, but they count next year. Okay, so it's one of those things that start doing it right now. If you even have just one coach hitting SC, this is your opportunity to get more and let that progress. And that just shows you that you're moving your business forward. The second, before I move forward, any questions on SC? Category 1? No? Pretty clear? Okay, cool. So category 2, this is the category that it's 2016 only. Okay, there's a little confusion on that. But 2016, so what this says is you earn 1 elite point each time your combined 2016 new personally sponsored coaches produce 500 PV. Okay. The tip in this category is to sign them earlier, because you literally, if you look at the example, and that's why I love this page, because when you're teaching it to your coaches, if you literally show them, it could be the same 3 coaches every single month that could hit this category and actually cap it. That's all it takes. But just remember, it's about getting them started right. It's about getting them to get their products paid for. It's about getting their summit ticket paid for. Hi, doggy. You're good. So with that, you really want to sign them early on in the year and continue to work with them and get that category going strong. Okay. So what questions do we have in category 2? And once again, you would cap this category at 61. And I did not say that in the first one, but both of these categories you cap in 61. You can have a minimum of 34, but literally try and go towards the cap, because then you know that your business is progressing and moving forward with that.
What is the minimum for both of those categories? 34?
34. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's 34. But if you're on track for the year, like I said, I mean, our example on category 1 is having 4 coaches hit it. And literally that gives you 96 points. So you technically could have 3 coaches hitting it every single month, the same 3 coaches, and you could be on track to be elite, and you would cap that category right there. Okay. So the third category, ATV. How many of you does this category scare you? It typically scares most. Thank you, Trisha, for being honest. And I say that because it's the category you don't see any points accrue in until typically later on in the year. Okay. But if you are working your business, if you have a solid foundation, if you are hitting Success Club, you're getting your coaches to hit Success Club, and you're doing those things, this category will come. Typically, most coaches will see the points accrue within the first year of working their business. They'll start to see those points early on. My coaches that have an existing business and a strong foundation, typically you will not see the points in this category until July or August. And then from there, they will accrue. And all you need to do is grow by 130,000. And that number should not scare you. And I say that because, like I said, if you're growing your business forward and you're progressing, it will do so. Okay.
What is the minimum in the ATV category?
13 points, which is 130,000 over last year.
13.
Yeah. So if you add 61 from category 1, 61 from category 2, and 13, that gives you 135 points. Does that make sense? But within this category, where all of you are 2- and 3-star diamond coaches, this category you could get a lot more points in and really capitalize. Okay. But that's your entire, if you look at it, if you've been a coach since 2012 or whatever it may be, this is going to be your existing volume and in your entire organization with your business. Does that make sense? Okay, so just don't let it scare you. And even next year when you are looking at that 300,000, you're like, how am I going to grow to 430,000? I just don't know, understand how it can happen. I promise you it can happen if you're doing the right activities and you're putting your head down and you're going to work. So to be an elite coach, yes, go.
I have one more question about ATV. How many levels does it go? Is it your whole organization or
3?
3?
Mm-hmm.
3 levels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So great question. But to be an elite coach, really, ladies, all it takes, are you ready for it? And this is how you need to explain it to your coaches, is you need to hit SC, you need to assign coaches, and you need to get them to hit SC. Those are the 3 things. But we completely think that it's a really hard program. And it's really not if you're focusing on the right activities. And I would always tell your coaches, hitting SC5, yes, is the minimum. Hitting SC10 sets you up for success now and also in the future. Does that make sense? So anytime that you're explaining that, SC10 progresses and moves your business forward. Okay. So with that being said, do you ladies want to know what the top 200 are doing right now to be in that number? Are you kind of curious for that? Okay. I'm a numbers person, so it makes me like giddy because I'm like, okay, when we look at the numbers, we can truly see what it is that we are doing. So the top 200 right now, and the reason why I say the top 200, does anybody know what the bonus is? That if you are an elite coach and you enter the top 200, what is your bonus? Do you know?
$500 a month.
It is. So it's an additional 400 because by being an elite coach, you get an additional 100, so you get a $1,200 bonus, right? But if you are in the top 200 for elite in the current year, so you end in the top 200, so say you end number 100, and then the next year you're always in the top 200, for that next year you get an additional 400. So it's a $6,000 raise. Who wants a $6,000 raise? Right? Okay, I'll hands up on that one. So
If you get that, and then next year you said you have to be in the top 200. So say January you're 200, and then February you're 300, so you miss it, but March you get back in. Does it start back up again?
Exactly. So you get 500, 100, 500.
Okay, perfect.
Great question. So there's always been a little confusion on that, but it's a $6,000 raise. And once your business is up and running and you're getting those coaches to his Success Club, it should be very simple. And I say that because you're just going to be adding to the mix of it. Okay. So what are the top 200 doing, right? Right now, so I took an average. So their SC right now is around 50. So they've almost capitalized that category within the first 5 months. Okay. But what it comes down to is they're having about 5, well, it's exactly 5 coaches hitting Success Club every single month. Okay. And that's on average. So 1 month could be 6, 1 month could be 4, 1 month could be 8, or whatever it may be. But it is an average of 5 coaches hitting it for the last 5 months. And that's the top 200. Now, obviously, if you're wanting to be closer to the top 100, you just continue to increase that number. But the overall number, if you're trying to drive your rank, okay, and what number you're going to end at, it all comes down to the amount of coaches that you are helping to hit Success Club that count towards Elite in 2015, 2016. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I have coaches say, okay, I want to be a top 10. Awesome. I love it. If that's one of your big, hairy, scary goals, go after it. But build the momentum up to get there, okay? How does a top 10 coach come out of the gates in the top 10? Great question, right? You need to start the year, so January 1, in the month of January, having 15 to 20 plus coaches hitting Success Club to even be eligible for that goal, okay? So it's one of those things that my coaches are like, oh, I want to be top 10. And they do it, they say 6 months into the year. And I say, you know what, let's build up your momentum. Let's obviously focus on your business and let's help more people to get their products paid for by helping people. Okay, so focusing on the right activities. So whatever your hairy, scary goal is, go after it. But your SC base is going to be one of your most important tools in order to get the correct number or, number that you want as far as elite goals. Or elite goes, excuse me. So do you ladies know how to figure out your SC base? Do you have any idea? Because we talked about category 1, right? We talked about category 2. So SC, PSPV, and ATV. Do any of you know how to figure out your SC base? No? Okay, that's awesome. And no, you're good. Because literally most of it, it's not a number that comes to you. It's something that you'd have to figure out. So I want you to write this down. So it's your SC, okay? So your SC, wherever you're at, and look at your last elite report. So this is your goal. I mean, this is what I'm going to have you ladies do, is look at your last elite report, get that number. So say it's 34 or whatever it is. So you're going to, and we'll just use 50 because that's an easy number. So 50, and obviously we give you a point every single time that you hit it and your coach hits it, right? So you actually get 2 points. So you're going to take that category and you're always going to divide it by 2. We're going to take you out of it. Okay, so that's 25, right? So 50 divided by 2 is 25. And then this is the May report, right? So there's 5, that's month 5. We're going to take 25, divide it by 5. That is your SC base. Does that make sense? And that's something that, like I said, does not come. So if you teach your coaches it, they're going to be like, oh, you're amazing. Okay, so teach it to your coaches. You all smile. This is a fun talk. You're all like, okay, this is a lot. I promise it's not a lot. And if it's confusing and you have further questions, just reach out. We can go over any scenario. But your SC base, so that, like I said, is for the top 200 person. That's what they're doing right now, 200 to about 175, and then it just increases from there. But say right now that you have 2 coaches hitting SC. Okay. What I would challenge you, this is a category that you want to increase every single month. So if you currently have 2, this month you're going to try and get 3 or 4. And each month you want to continue to just increase by 1. And let me give you an example, okay? So starting out January 1, if my coaches that I was working with had an SC base of 1, so they have 1 coach hitting Success Club, and they increased it each month by 1, so February 2, March 3, so on and so forth, right? They would end with an SC base of 6.5, which puts them well into that top 200 mark. Does that make sense? But it's the one thing that would kind of scares us, and even really challenge them just to help one more person, have one more success starter, have one more person that they help get their products paid for. Because if you kind of look at it like that, it shouldn't be hairy scary. But right now you have an opportunity. So we have about 45 days until Summit, right? Until I get to see all your beautiful faces. Oh, hopefully I don't freeze. Okay. My internet was unstable. I don't want it to freeze. So about 45 days until I get to see your beautiful faces. If you put your head down and went to work right now, you would be shocked to see where your business is going to be in those 45 days. And from there, you can make new goals. Because I promise you, being around 30,000 people, coaches just like you, you're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel encouraged. You're going to feel like, you know what? Why not me? I love when coaches come out of Summit and say, why not me? If that person on stage can do it, hell's bells, I know I can do it. And I say that because literally there's not a job requirement. You don't have to hit ABC to be an elite coach or a very successful coach in this business. No, but you have to have belief within yourself. So I'm going to challenge every single one of you. The next 45 days, you put your head down. You focus obviously on hitting SC, on signing coaches, and getting them to get their products paid for. The most important thing. And you teach your coaches to do the same. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want to open this up for questions because I know Elite can be hairy scary, but I promise you it's beyond doable, and it should be on your vision board to hit this year. If you hit Premier, that's just one stepping stone to Superstar, put you into that next moment of Elite the next following year, right? It should just be a stepping stone, and then that's the next program. But what are your questions? What scares you? What would hold you back from this?
I think for me, I guess a little bit of self-doubt. I don't know, I'm 2-star right now, but pretty shaky. Like one of my diamonds is constantly going in and out. So I think today I sit at 1-star and then I'll be back to 2-star on Thursday. And I have, I think, 21 points. So I think that's pretty low for this time of the year. But I know that it can turn around because I think it was after Summit last year, or it was like September last year after a leadership retreat that I thought, well, maybe I can try. And we missed it by 19 points. And I was mad at myself for not realizing sooner how easy it was. Because once I started to just when I realized I had a chance and went for it, it's like, it didn't take much, but it's like, if I had just figured that out like 2 months sooner, like we could have done it. But I have, like, I need to totally revamp my team. Like, I have a couple who are pushing, but, you know, because of their enrollment date, they only help in certain categories. So, I'm just struggling to find new coaches working. And I think a lot of that is just that I need to put the coaching opportunity out there. And I don't know why I'm so hesitant, but I've really been working on that and just kind of crafting posts to kind of keep on the side so that when I'm ready, you know, like each evening or every couple, you know, 2 or 3 times a week, I can put it out there and just have them ready to go, not have to sit there and think each night how to put them together. But really just, I think just having that belief, like you said, I need to work on that new people want to join and want to work, not just be discount coaches.
Absolutely. But I applaud you for first and foremost getting back to 2-star diamond, because you want to get your foundation very strong and very secure. So from there you can progress forward. But just like what you said, last September you realized it. So after New Leader Conference, right? No.
No, Melanie had a leadership retreat in Florida. So, I mean, it was just our team, but it just kind of sparked that fire to think I had a chance, you know?
Perfect.
Or to realize I had a chance.
So if you realize that back in September, just a reminder, it's only June right now. It's June.
Yeah.
So you have plenty of time. So if you focus on the right activities, if you focused on really, you know, on your team and who is progressing and who's working forward, the biggest thing at this point, ladies, is your 90% of what you do right now should be focused on your business. So what does that mean? 10% is on your team. 10% is on your team that is older than 90 days into the business. The first, you know, that 90% includes your brand new coaches for the first 90 days. And if you've heard me say this before, I would tell your brand new coaches, we have 60 days. And then if they go past the 60, okay. But if they know they have 90 days with you, they're probably going to hold on a little bit longer, right? And not get started immediately. So I would really say for you, Melinda, go back to that belief. Go back to, you know, affirmations are going to be huge for you. If you have not read the Miracle Morning, strongly suggest it, implementing that every single second. But get that belief, because like you said, back in September, if you missed it by 21 points, girlfriend, you have plenty of time to make it happen. Just focus on the right activities. If there is ever a moment that you get stuck, reach out to me and we can talk about exactly what you need to do. But thank you for being so courageous on talking about that first and foremost. But know you can do it, and just focus on the right and correct things.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. And have you read the Miracle Morning?
No, I haven't. I actually downloaded it. I don't know how I found it. Was like on YouTube, the full version of it. So I need to start listening to that.
Yes. Listen to it, because it will change your entire life and what you do every single day and what you focus on. So I would strongly suggest it to do it now, implement it. And then when you get to Summit, your goals and your dreams can be bigger from there.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Who else? Who else wants to?
Brittany, can you run through how the second business center impacts for Elite Points? I was reading through that the other day, and I just want to make sure I'm understanding it correctly, because I think if I read correctly, your coaches who are hitting SC in your second business center don't count for Elite Points, right?
They do. They do.
Okay.
They do. Yes, absolutely. They do. So great question. I love that you brought that up. So you'll definitely, hold on one second. Sorry, I can hear this topic or this conversation.
Sorry, I'm interrupting, but I love you guys. And I love Brittany. I don't want to make her mad, so.
Get out. Just kidding. Thanks, Robbie. Okay. So your second CBC, first and foremost, will count as a diamond for you. So we said that earlier. And then second of all is any coaches in that second CBC that are hitting SC do roll up to your first. The only confusion is if you have a diamond. Now I'm echoing that word. If you have a diamond that does go to, if you have a brand new diamond, literally your first CBC will not progress in rank. Your second CBC will. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yes, no, they absolutely do count. Okay. Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
You're so welcome. What else?
I have a quick question. It's kind of, so the second business center coaches don't count towards the leadership ladder points though, right?
Second, no, they do. All of it goes together. And
so for the category on the leadership ladder where your personally sponsored coaches need to hit at least one Success Club point, that counts from the second business center?
Absolutely.
Okay. maybe I don't have anyone hitting it over there.
If you go into your second CBC though, and if it is qualifying for a rank or a rung, reach out. That just means that your CBCs are not connected. And I've seen that before. Because if
I think mine says C primary business center.
So it is connected. So you're just,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. So yes, so get them hitting SC in that second CBC.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question. What other questions do you have?
I have a question about the report.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the incremental ATV, it shows under Premier and Elite points, but then it doesn't have anything over at the Elite 10 top coach points.
As far as ATV goes?
Yeah, it's like just a dash in that section.
So, and because that's the comparison, right? If you can see, is that what that is? Or, because I get a different report than what you do.
No, it's because it has like all my points like listed and so like I have like under Premier points, I have 89. Under Elite, it's 89. And then Elite 10 top coach points, it says 83.
So you capped? No?
No, I only have 6 in the ATV. Definitely.
Will you screenshot it and send it to me? And I'll message you.
Yeah.
Cool. And I can do exactly what's going on. No worries at all. Okay, we have a couple more minutes. Any last questions when it comes to Elite? Do you feel like you are more confident about it now? Do you feel like you have more information? I sure hope so. And I just really don't want it to be hairy scary, because I promise you, if you put your mind to it and go after it, you can make it happen. This year right now, going for Elite and the rank is the hardest year. And I say that because you're trying to tackle 2 battles, but it also is your most defining, your most growing year. So really all you need to do at this point is put your head down and work. Start signing coaches, hitting SC obviously, and then getting them to hit SC. But you have to put your mind to work. Stop focusing on your existing coaches that you have already grown, progressed, that you've given all the tools, okay? And really focus on on staying on phase 1. Fall back in love with Beachbody. What program was it that you absolutely loved? What program was it that gave you a pep in your step and made you really realize that this is a business that you're going to stay with forever? Go back to that. You have 40
Can I share a quote that somebody said similar to this about your business and loving it? It says you have to love your business like a hobby and treat it like a business. You have to have that love still, because if you just treat it like a business all the time, it's not fun anymore. And I feel like that's where I was the past couple months. You have to love it like a hobby still, but treat it like a business.
Absolutely.
I went back to doing Body Beast, which is like, that puts me back in challenger mode. So, and lifting all those weights. So to me, a lot of people have noticed, I think they're feeling like the love. I mean, I love all the other programs, but Body Beast just gives me that rush, like those new goals and the love. And then again, it shines out on your post and people are attracted to that. So you're right. Love that too.
And I think, Melinda, you were saying that you shy away sometimes from sharing the coach opportunity. And I think if you're pushing for Elite this year, I think you have to have the philosophy already that you're an Elite coach and post you're an Elite coach and share the coaching opportunity like you're an Elite coach already all the time, and less about the challenge group. And that's something I've had to make a shift. You can't talk about your challenge group all the time. You have to talk about your coaching more than anything.
Yeah, and I think that I kind of need to change, which I'm starting to do, change my mindset of putting a post out there and thinking, oh, well, I hope somebody likes it or comments, instead of that, I need to be like, people are going to reach out to me about this and, just be more confident instead of like, oh, well, I hope so.
I think, because people are watching and they're 100% watching. So the more you put those posts out there, I think the more people will be attracted to you.
Do you guys find that most of your working coaches are from challengers, or where do you get your working coaches?
My working coaches were my challengers. So I love on all my challengers in my challenge group. Like I've always, and they just duplicate. So when they kind of understand the process already through doing, I spend a lot of time in the challenge group. So all of them, all my coaches were challengers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mine's the same, but I think if you're still posting that coach stuff, sorry.
Okay. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, because your challengers are going to see your posts.
Right.
So I think I get my coaches from challengers, but I think they need to see that other side too. So when
Absolutely.
you're like, I've totally been paying attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it's doing that, your sneak peek into your business, into your challenge group, because they're going to be, and we go back and forth, but your best coaches will be your challengers because they've fallen in love with the products and now they want to help people and they want to continue with this business. The thing with it too is it just takes longer. So you just want to make sure that you are showing them the business opportunity, all of these things within the challenge group. So if they see it firsthand, they want to jump in, right away, they're able to do so. But the business side, you have to present and show what Beachbody has done for you. Reminder, put the disclaimer, please, on whatever you say. Definitely do that. But yes, it's a happy balance of both of them. But get back to why you fell in love with this business. And I promise you, just like Elizabeth, your coaches will see that excitement, that love, that you are going to be here for the long haul, and they want to be part of that. Okay, we're going to be cut off here. But thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. Of course, I did record this. If you have questions when it comes to Elite, we'll do a follow-up call on this. But never hesitate to reach out because I'm here for every single one of you. I want to make sure if this is something that you're going towards that we are focusing on the right activities. So you all have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.